Welcome back to the Makor College Experience Parsha podcast, Season 2, Episode 20. This week's Parsha is Parshas Nasso, and this week was a very exciting week at the Makor College Experience. This past Wednesday, the seniors had their senior trip to Hershey Park, and yesterday the seniors had graduation, big exciting graduation at, I can't remember the name of the stadium, if someone remembers. Arthur Ashe Stadium, thank you. At Arthur Ashe Stadium. Very, very, very exciting stuff happening at the Makor College Experience. And it ties really nicely into this week's Parsha. In this week's Parsha, the Jews are getting ready to start traveling to Eretz Yisrael. And we take a very interesting turn in this preparation period of traveling. Last week's Parsha, we counted everyone. We talked about how important each person is individually and also how important they are as part of a group and as part of their shevet. Very good. In this week's Parsha, we take a turn and we talk about Sota and Nazir, which feels like something that should have been spoken about in Sefer Vayikra, when we spoke about all these different laws. Sota and Nazir talk about self-control, trust, relationships. What about that? That's right, just like the Gemara that we learned this week. What about that prepares us to go into Eretz Yisrael? Shouldn't that be something that we should have taught in the laws? In Parshas, in Sefer Vayikra? And I think what it tells us is actually something very important. When you're prepping to move forward, and you're getting ready to move on to big and amazing things, the first thing you have to do is prepare yourself. Mm-hmm. You can't just jump into something new. You have to prepare yourself. The seniors know that more than anyone. They've been preparing themselves for 4 years. You have to prepare yourself. Now, how does one prepare yourself? Well, that's what the Torah tells us now. They talk about the halachas of Nazir and the halachas of Sota to tell us that to prepare yourself, you have to work on a few very important key aspects. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Stuff like respect, trust, boundaries, self-control. These are the themes of Sota and Nazir, and these are the themes of self-refinement that we all have to use when moving on and moving forward. The seniors who are graduating or graduated yesterday and are finishing up their year this year, and they're moving on, you guys know that graduation's not the ending? Mm-hmm. It's the beginning. It's the beginning of your future. Graduation's the beginning of your future. Things are just starting. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And in order to move forward, we have to learn how to build healthy relationships, make good choices, create boundaries, and become people who are trustworthy, trusting, and embody the midah of responsibility. And that's the message that Sota and Nazir teaches us as the Jews get ready to move into their traveling stage of going to Eretz Yisrael. That as you move towards Eretz Yisrael, Hashem says you have to be able to trust each other. You have to build healthy relationships. You have to also work on yourself and work on self-control. Work on your self-refinement. Only then will you be able to get ready for Eretz Yisrael. Only then will you be able to be ready to move on to the next stage of your life after graduation. That's a very important thing. And here in the studio, we have someone who went to graduation yesterday. And I'm sure heard all these beautiful messages about how this is just the beginning. And Shua, you know that relationships are extremely important.
About it.
You know that relationships are extremely important.
Especially because I'm in one right now.
Why are boundaries so important when building friendships, relationships, marriage one day?
It's Hashem.
Why are boundaries so important when entering that parsha of relationships?
First of all, I couldn't have Shav say. Second of all, it's a tough journey in life. Quoting a good comrade of mine in the music industry, Avi Rosenberg, no two tickets are the same, which could translate into no two beings are the same.
That's true. That's true. Everyone's their own unique. Last week's parsha, we don't remember we spoke about counting everyone. Everyone is very important individually.
Everyone's their own unique ticket.
That is true. So why are boundaries so important when building friendships?
Because I give a few examples, like what I have with one of my friends. I always say to the person, if you don't want to talk about this, just say it straight out. Say it as blunt as you could. And if you don't want to talk about it, we won't talk about it.
That's right. You don't want to make anyone uncomfortable in a conversation.
Because that's a big no-no.
That's right. Bringing up topics in a conversation that will ice people out or make someone uncomfortable.
Or totally stump them even.
That's not a recipe for a good relationship. I love that. Are you excited to graduate?
It's bittersweet with a right side.
I hear. Tell me more.
As we'd like to give a big shout out to Rev Zevin back there in the studio, who's been counseling me for the past 2 years. Baruch Hashem.
It's a little bit of a dialectic, right?
About it.
We talk about dialectics a lot here in Makor.
Is 7,000 times of the word being mentioned in 4 years. I've been keeping track since the beginning.
Was that number 7,000?
Yes.
Okay, that's very exciting.
So,
7's a very holy number, so this is a very exciting day.
Who's sponsoring Kiddush?
Well, this week's an in Shabbos for the Makor College.
So you're sponsoring Kiddush Bells?
So I feel like we should make a big Kiddush for that. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Wait, this is sponsor.
Well, Shua, I know that you are going to move on to amazing, amazing things. We have been speaking about relationships and trust and all that stuff for 4 years. And that is all very, very, very exciting, Shua. Thank you.
Hashem.
Thank you for joining us. We have a student who is not a senior. But he has learned a lot this year about trust and relationships. And actually very recently, because this week we spoke all about trust and relationships in our pre-shir learning Shar B'tachon, and also in the Gemara. Reb Mendy. Welcome to the studio, Reb Mendy.
It's nice to meet you all.
Tell me, what builds trust in a relationship? What do you think?
First, be yourself. Do not try to be a different person. Because first, you want someone to trust you, not you as somebody else.
Do you think people could see right through that? Like when you're pretending to be someone else, you think people can see right through that you're like just totally faking it?
I do usually make it as a joke, but I could imagine a lot of people would actually be able to tell if I'm trying to fake being someone else, because everyone knows my own personality, and it would just feel very, very forced.
Would you trust someone if they were faking it?
Yeah, no.
No?
I would call them out. Yeah, that is a load of no. But, yeah. I would, if I understood their actual personality, I'm calling them out.
So authenticity is very important.
For
being
me.
authentic, being truthful, being honest. That's very, 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 very important.
Also, may I make an assessment on the group analogy? Well, yes. People as a whole, people as a community are important. There are many different things that if those people weren't there, the community would just crumble. Say, for example, I don't know, plumbing. I don't know what that would really do, but everybody needs to have their own specific thing. The individual could absolutely matter just as much as a community, because without that one individual helping to coordinate it, what you would see is everybody doing their own thing and possibly holding it, but unlikely.
I hear. Everyone needs to be in unison almost, right?
I would say yes.
I hear. This is these are all very important things in order to build trust. Trust is a tricky thing. If you lose trust,
It's incredibly difficult to get back.
it's very hard to get it back. Do you find that like all these rules about trust are difficult? Do you find that they're stressful? Do you find it's just the kind of thing where like you have it or you don't?
No, I don't really find them stressful, because it's either you're doing good at them and you just don't have a reason to worry about them, or you already are doing bad at them and aren't really going to gain anything.
So just like why stress out about it?
Not to an extreme degree, but yeah.
I
to
hear.
To
I
a
hear.
large degree, I do believe that is.
So
what you should
it's
see it
about
as.
it's about keeping the trust, having the trust. Don't make yourself crazy about it.
Pretty much.
Don't make yourself.
Because you
But
drive
if you're a
yourself
good
crazy.
person that's honest and authentic, then you'll be great.
Pretty much, yeah.
I hear. Okay. Well, thank you, Mendy.
You're welcome.
We have two more seniors in the studio actually here. Josh and Nitty. Josh and Nitty are in the studio. And Josh and Nitty both graduated yesterday. Nitty,
Yes.
tell me. What does it mean to work on yourself before being able to build a relationship with others? Right? We spoke about how building a relationship with others is very important, and working on yourself is very important. You know, you got the Parsha, the Sota, building relationships. Parshas, the Nazir, working on yourself. Why is it so important to work on yourself before you build relationships with others?
Because you want to make sure you're doing it properly and make sure everyone still likes you in a way that makes
But
more sense.
why can't you build a relationship with others while working on yourself? I mean, we're constantly working on yourselves. Right?
I don't know.
We're constantly working on ourselves, don't you think?
You want to make sure you're a good fit. Make sure you're a good fit for
I
the
hear.
person.
Do you think
Maybe
you
because you don't want to be like friends with with the head leader of Iran. Let's say.
I hear you. That would probably not be the best relationship.
Yeah.
Would probably not be the best relationship. But do you think you stop working on yourself once you build relationships with others?
No, you keep building. You get better and better and better and better and better.
And you continue working on yourself.
You keep going.
Why is it important to continue working on yourself if you already built a relationship with someone?
Because there's still room to improve.
Oh, I love that. So graduation.
Yeah.
How was that yesterday?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I tell one line that I really liked is that he said is Huckabee. He said by mistake. He thinks by mistake Trump gave the position of being a ambassador of Israel to the USA. By mistake to Huckabee, not a Maccabee.
Yeah. I like that.
And Chef was
Very
on
good.
the floor laughing.
Very good.
Yeah.
I love that.
So right now you see on the shoe road everywhere it's going crazy
I'm
that
sure.
little clip.
I'm sure.
It made out a few statuses already. It's making its way around.
So graduation's very exciting. Is now like now that you graduated, are you done working on yourself?
No, still working.
I love that.
Still
love that. And
going.
you're still
Stay strong.
building relationships with others.
And I say one message to the seniors and to everyone. Everyone says, stay strong and chazak with your mates.
I love that. Chazak v'yamatz.
With your mates.
I love
Stay
that.
strong.
Josh, what about
and
you?
always be there and always don't give up. Don't give up. If you fail, try again. Keep going. Keep
I love
going.
that. Resilience.
Yeah, and don't put yourself down ever.
Very
And
good.
stay strong.
Shkoyach niti.
Good.
Shkoyach
And
niti.
everyone should be metzich on the futures.
Amen.
Umay.
Amen. Shkoyach niti. And Josh, graduation yesterday. What are your thoughts?
Well, it was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have one of those bubble machines? I saw videos of everyone with the bubble machines.
No, but I didn't really like that because they keep doing that and keep going into my face.
I was very distracted. I could see that being very distracting.
not
You're like trying to listen to
that.
the speeches, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear that. I do hear that. It's a very good point. Graduation. We're done.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you done working on yourself? Or are you going to continue pushing?
Like what you said, it's only the beginning of my life, so
That's right.
I'm continuing my journey and see what I'm looking forward to next.
I'm excited to see what you do next. I know it's going to be big and I know it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
Tell me, what makes someone a trustworthy person?
What do you mean by that?
How do you know if you could trust someone?
Well, first, we gotta make sure if they're mature enough.
Oh, I hear that. That's a good one. A trustworthy person is a mature person.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
Can you trust someone who's immature?
No, because if you trust that person, he cannot be trusted.
Why not?
Because my dad always telling me that if you trust someone and someone is lying to you, you cannot trust that person because you cannot understand
Right.
that person.
It's like Mendy and I were talking, right? We were saying that once you lose trust, it's very hard.
May I comment?
Sure.
Frankly, it hurts a bit. I enjoy being immature because I want to keep my child spirit alive because you only get to live one time. I want to be able to enjoy myself.
But maybe there's a difference between immaturity and childhood
Love.
spirit. Like you could be a mature person with a childhood spirit. It's
Yeah,
kind of
but
it's kind of a
still.
dialectic.
700.
It doesn't mean that you're necessarily immature if you are whimsical.
Yeah, but I do still act immature. I do
Well-
it because, well, I want to enjoy my life while I'm able to.
I think there's levels of immaturity, and I think there's also different areas of immaturity, and I think there's also the ability to have fun and the ability to enjoy your life and the ability to be a little goofy sometimes while also being a mature person about it, knowing when to be goofy, knowing when to be light spirited.
Time to have fun.
There's a time to have fun. That's right, Josh. It's a time to there's time and place for all these things, and that takes a mature person to know that.
All
An
right.
immature person just does all that stuff always, right?
All right.
So I think you're right. I think it is a balance. I don't think maturity means that you're always serious all the time, like what I imagine very stern businessmen on
Very
Wall Street are
straight
like.
arrow.
I don't know.
So
Not my.
straight arrow.
It's not my life. But like very straight businessmen on Wall Street. That's what I imagine them like. I don't know. I can't live my life like that, right? But like people who are much more light spirited, like I know Josh and Mendy are, like are mature enough to know the time and place for these kind of things. Thank you, Josh, and thank you, Mendy, again. And we would like to wish first of all, I totally forgot to mention, a Mazel Tov to Yochi on this week's Bar Mitzvah Parsha. This week's his Bar Mitzvah Parsha, Parshas Nasso.
Mazel Tov.
Shkayach for laning for us. And from our families here in the Makor College Experience, from our families here at the Makor College Experience to your families back at home, we wish you all a good Shabbos. A good Shabbos to all the Makor students on their in Shabbos. So congratulations and a Mazel Tov to all the seniors on their graduation. Special shout out and thank you to Mrs. Hoffman for sending us challahs, homemade challahs for the Talmidim of the Makor College Experience for Shabbos.
And cinnamon buns.
And cinnamon buns, and wishing you all.
And I want to shout out to my my two sisters for their birthday.
Shout out to Josh's two sisters on their birthdays. Happy birthday!
Mazel tov.
And wishing everyone a good Shabbos. And we'll see you next time.